Yo, real quick though, how y'all feel about Thug calling Cudi a rat? Called him a rat.
What the fuck? He's a subpoenaed witness. How? How does snitch culture overlap with this when you are subpoenaed, but you have a federal fucking subpoena?
He's a civilian.
Did Cudi remove himself from hip hop?
I stand with Thug on this one.
Yeah, Freeze, did Kid
Shut
Cudi...
up, Mark.
What?
You're such a liar.
I'm on my mama.
He does.
No, you don't.
How?
He stated that position from the day he walked in
All right.
here.
It's a federal subpoena.
I don't recall.
And if you...
You don't got to give the testimony.
I don't recall is what you say.
Freeze, did Kid Cudi remove himself from hip hop?
No, I can't say.
So there's rules, and there's street rules, and there's rules that you abide by.
You asking the wrong nigga over here.
I know, I'm just asking.
Hold on.
He's like, room 3B.
No. Where's the hip hop
Snitch
rule
culture
book?
rules.
You know
It's
about
an
the
interesting talk here. I wish y'all would have it.
I'm trying. Where's the hip hop rule book that says?
It's not about
whatever
it. It's
you
an
said? You said
unspoken.
there's rules.
It's an unspoken rule in hip hop since before Eric B and Rakim.
You're wrong.
It's an unspoken rule.
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, where back in the days, a lot of people. You talking about today? Or what are you talking about?
We not back in the days. You
All
said
right, what
back
I'm
in the
saying is
days.
that you said where's the rules? The unspoken
Yes,
rule. 'Cause
them
back in
the
the
rules.
days, a lot of the rappers hung out with street niggas, and they
Correct.
rapped about the niggas that they were hanging out with,
Correct.
and they embodied their lifestyle.
I'm with you
right?
1,000%.
So what I'm saying is that rule, unspoken rule, trickled down to today.
Okay,
in hip hop,
can I ask
you're
you
not
a couple
supposed to take a stand against anyone.
What street niggas did Kid Cudi align himself with and rap about? He didn't do none of the stuff of the people that you're talking about. He didn't come up that way.
And back in the
He's
day,
not a part of none of that.
basketball, you can only take 2 steps. Nowadays, niggas take 5 and get to the bucket. It's a whole different ballgame. I think that what you are correct. And where you come from, and where I may come from, and where Mark may come from, that don't apply to other people in hip hop. Some of these niggas didn't come from that. Some of these boys grew up in the suburbs and played with a Sanyo and learned how to make their own beats and all that other shit and took a whole
This is
different
why I
route.
understand. Listen, this is why if they said Kelsey did that and Tory ain't snitch, this I would attribute it to him following the rules of hip hop.
Can I hear Mark and Mel have the fight? Because I may be with Mel. I'm confused by your position.
You can't be. I'm consistent with this. This is what I'm saying. Cudi has every legal right to do what he did. And I don't know if I would use the word rat, because I like to reserve the word rat for people who commit crimes and then sell out the person who they committed crimes with.
Yeah.
But I absolutely wouldn't do what Cudi did. You know what I mean? And
which is testified.
I mean, the nigga opened your Christmas presents. like there's a way to handle shit like that.
But
and that's
he ain't
not it.
built to handle that.
And I don't respect that. And Thug doesn't respect that. I'm not saying he doesn't have a right to do it. And I think civilians should do civilian shit. I'm just saying, and that's why I don't love the word rat. I think I would have used a different word to describe it.
Tattletale.
But I would definitely criticize that, especially because Cudi was talking about, I want to see that nigga. I want to fight that nigga. I met up with that nigga. They had a talk about him hiding his dog and taking his Tonka truck.
I'm super shocked by your position.
That shit.
I'm not.
You just said that's the other day.
I say it all the time. Like you got to take a lane. Again, if you're a civilian, you do civilian shit. Fine.
I feel like this podcast started with him expressing how happy he was that some of the covert behavior is coming to the limelight. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't think all covert behavior needs to be handled through the criminal legal system. I think there's a way to handle.
So would it be okay for Kid Cudi to try and shake down Puff? Would be fine with that part?
I was thinking of a different response to that, one that I wouldn't necessarily say
When
on
he
the
saw
podcast.
Puff in the Soho house, he could have Mary fisted him.
That's what I'm saying. You stand in front of him after saying you want to fight the nigga.
In the event that somebody doesn't want to fight the person that they may be afraid of, what do you suggest they do?
1, don't say I want to fight the nigga. And 2,
I'm not holding.
Ask for a new Porsche.
And not just that, he let the shit. Yo,
at least
the shit was 2012. He let the shit go for he let it go. He got subpoenaed. It ain't like he walked up and said, "Hey, let me tell y'all something about him."
Yeah,
they subpoenaed the nigga.
I'm not calling
from
him
what
a rat.
she said.
And I'm shocked because in your very first breath, you I don't want to say applaud the behavior from Puff toward Kid Cudi, but empathize with it and understand where that person is coming from and could maybe identify if put in a similar situation.
Yes.
So you want to be able to do all the things Puff did to Kid Cudi without the repercussion of the nigga going to jail. I mean, the nigga putting forth the action to put you in jail?
Start from the premise. Remember, you're missing an important premise here, which is I don't necessarily think jail and prison is the way to resolve our conflict.
He always said that.
So, but I don't believe there shouldn't be consequences for behavior.
Are you surprised because of Mark Lamont? Because you would understand what we're saying.
Of course he would.
Are you surprised
Joe's
because
done the same shit.
Are you surprised because it's Mark Lamont Hill? Is that what I'm saying? I'm surprised that a man of your stature.
Because I'm just hearing different
conflicting views.
And I'm saying it's consistent.
Okay.
If you really hear what I'm saying, it's consistent. I don't believe in jail and prison. I believe in accountability. Shit got to come from somewhere.
Question.
But it should only come from women.
I'm not opposed to yourself.
Oh, I see.
I'm saying men, women, whoever. I'm saying
no, you're not saying.
There's no woman involved in this.
Okay, I'm not doing this with
Indirectly.
I think you're missing my point. I'm saying
indirectly.
I'm saying if somebody blew your fucking car up, you would not call the police. You'd go fuck them up.
I don't know that to be true.
No,
Mark.
he won't.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know that to be true.
If you did, all right, that's fair. If you did, I would not fault you for that.
What if it's someone you can't fuck up?
Then don't say I want to fuck them up.
Yo,
what if you
say that
spoke
every day about
emotionally
niggas they
and then
can't fuck up?
Yeah.
But to me, that's a contradiction. I'm pointing out. If a civilian does civilian shit, I'm okay with it. I'm a civilian. If I wouldn't call the police, but if I did, I don't think it's wrong to call the police. I'm not saying that's what I said. He's not a rat. He didn't do rat shit. This is civilian shit.
What's the remedy if someone does some shit to you and you can't fuck them up?
It
in
depends.
your system.
You just eat that, right?
I would need a specific example. It depends on what it is.
This
Kid
is-
Cudi can't fuck up Puff.
Kid Cudi can't fuck up Puff. No matter what he said to him on the phone. He quickly realized that after he said it.
No,
When
after
Puff
he said, yo, I'm on my way.
I'm on my way. Oh, shit.